Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, White 80! 54! Mike 54! Here we go.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch will get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throw complete, Fitzpatrick to Parker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Mike 48. White 80! Double tight. You got 3 down. Just watch 88 over there. Just watch 88. Check
On 1st down, Drake. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. That's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Kill. Hey, check right. Watching you fine.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. 11 yards there, 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
We're going to 53.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Here we go, 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run with Drake, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Robert Nkemdiche. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Prescott now. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. On 3rd down, Elliott. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
47.
Here's Prescott. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. As his guys are back within a single score.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. First down, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-17. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Jason Witten. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 3, please. Slam.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Check hot route. Then we're going to 53.
Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year. 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Fitzpatrick. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
But you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry by Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Fitzpatrick. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch time.
Prescott on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets through, and now an opening. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Pirine. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Back near his goal line, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Brings up third down and 11.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick, and down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now after the sack, third and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Throwing on third and long. Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Tight dog.
Now Fitzpatrick on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. On first down, it's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They go to Elliott again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On third down, Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. 3rd down here. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play.